Did you ever cheat? I don't mean in a relationship. I mean more like at poker. If you did cheat, did you tell someone or did you keep it a secret? I think we could agree that the reason you would cheat would be to give yourself an unfair advantage over someone else. But what constitutes cheating? Did you know that at one time it was considered cheating to dye your hair? Isn't that crazy? I would have been in so much trouble. So where do we draw the cheating line? Is Botox cheating? What about laser hair removal? How about teeth whitening? Is that cheating? According to the American Association of Plastic Surgeons, last year, Americans spent more money than ever before, over $16 billion on cosmetic treatments. Yet surveys reveal that 70% of the people who get the treatments keep it a secret. So why is that? Why do you think that 70% of the people who spent $16 billion with a B dollars on something that wasn't illegal hide in the shadows? As a cosmetic doctor, I watch this play out every day. Women in my practice will go to extremes to hide their treatments. I have heard it all. Oh, please be careful, don't bruise me, no one knows I'm here. Ooh, do you know how long this will take? Because I'd really like to be out of here before your next appointment arrives. If you don't mind, I'm going to pay you in cash so this doesn't appear on my credit card statement. I've heard more stories than the CIA. A situation has been created now where women are pressured to look youthful into their 50s, 60s, and even 70s. Yet no one is supposed to know what went into helping them stay youthful. Over the years, as cosmetic treatments have become more mainstream, I've watched the lies and the judgment escalate. We encourage women to be their authentic selves, and then we judge them when we find out what went into it. And so I ask, is judgment holding you back from aging authentically? Whatever that means to you, because it has a different meaning for all of us. When we think of judgment, we think of what other people will think about us or say about us, and that's true. But judgment goes way deeper than that. There are 3 different types of judgment. There's societal, there's interpersonal, and the most toxic of all, self-judgment. So let's talk for a minute about societal judgment. Women are marginalized when they look their age, but when they get a little work done, they're judged. They're judged for being superficial and for wasting money. Because beauty comes from within. Everyone knows that. Just ask Hollywood. Actresses, women whose livelihoods depend on the way they look, will go to extremes to hide from you how they came to look like that. And is it any wonder? I mean, really. When there are websites dedicated to trying to figure out if a celebrity got plastic surgery or got a cosmetic treatment, and if she did, what she got, and when she got it, come on. When the trickle-down message from Hollywood is deny, 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 is it any wonder that the everyday woman feels the need to hide her treatments also? Interpersonal judgment. Now this is interesting because not only do others do it to us, but we do it to others. Oftentimes those closest to us will say things like, "You are so beautiful just the way you are," or, "What are you talking about? You don't need that." Maybe what they're really saying is, if your face changes, will you change? And hey, wait a minute. If you change, will the way you feel about me change? But it's not only others that do it to us. We do it to others. It's so easy to say, "I would never do that," when you don't need it. If you won the genetic lottery and you don't need cosmetic treatments until later in life, or if you have decided that, you know what, cosmetic treatments are just not for me, does that make you better than someone else? I don't think so. That's the same line of thinking that would have you believe, "Oh, I just woke up like this." Or, "I am so blessed to have good genes." I'm better than you because I don't need that. I once overheard one woman say to another, well, of course she looks good. She gets Botox. Like she's cheating. In this air of moral superiority, is it any wonder that women hide their treatments? But self-judgment, oh my goodness, what we do to ourselves. Self-judgment causes us to feel inferior, causes us to focus on things that no one else sees, causes us to make decisions for the wrong reasons. We all compare. It's natural. We compare ourselves to our younger selves. We compare ourselves to each other. Let me just say, comparing yourself to your younger self, that is a no-win situation. No good is going to come out of that. Because your 50-year-old self is never going to look like your 30-year-old self, no matter how many cosmetic treatments you get. But when you compare yourself to someone who only gives you half a story, that is not nice. I don't get it. Look at her. She's so beautiful. She always looks so refreshed. She's older than I am. I don't understand it. What am I doing wrong? Those secrets are designed to make you feel inferior, which only perpetuates the cycle of self-judgment. A Facebook friend of mine turned 40 recently. Put a request out on her page for someone to help her find a provider to help her relax the crease that had formed in between her eyebrows. Within an hour, she had 15 recommendations in her feed, and her response said it all. Wow! I thought everyone had great skin. It turns out everyone's getting Botox. So why do we teach women that staying young and beautiful is important, and then shame them when they take steps to do that? Why do we invent cosmetic procedures and advertise breakthroughs in technology if no one is supposed to use it? Why do we elevate the term aging gracefully, as if in this area of your life you shouldn't have to ask for help? It's not easy to navigate a changing face. It's hard at 40, and it's hard at 70. It's even harder when you're navigating judgment. And so the question becomes, is it possible to have a positive conversation about the changes of an aging face? Is it possible to free yourself of judgment, imposed or implied, to make your own beautiful decision? Is it possible to age authentically? And I say yes. Not only is it possible, but it's easier than you think. I have developed a 3-step framework. And you don't even need to use all 3 steps, because any step alone or any 2 in combination can change your thinking. And that's what we're here to do, change your thinking. Step number 1, believe with confidence that it's okay to get a cosmetic procedure just to look good, not to fix a problem. And you don't need to justify it to anyone. If you had a chair in your living room that you didn't like and you got rid of it, you wouldn't feel a need to justify that. You would say to your family and your friends, I got rid of that thing because I hated it. You can get rid of a wrinkle on your face for the very same reason. Step number 2, understand that cosmetic treatments treat more than aging. They treat self-esteem. Because when a treatment is done correctly, helping you look like a more relaxed, less tired version of yourself, the reaction from your family and friends and the reflection in the mirror can give you back the confidence that nature took away. Step number 3, dispel the myth that you will never age. We look at ourselves. Right now, you can't imagine that your beautiful round face will sag or that your smooth hands will wrinkle. One day it will happen. And when it happens, I hope that you can embrace it, if for no other reason than realizing that it's better than the alternative. Authentic beauty and authentic aging have a different meaning for all of us. For some, authentic beauty is the round, fresh face of youth. And for others, it's the wrinkled, weathered face of age and wisdom. For some, authentic aging is letting nature take its course. And for others, it's getting cosmetic treatments to look as young as possible. So you might be wondering, what is my definition of authentic aging? I'd like to share that with you. I'm a 66-year-old woman standing here before you under the lights. There is dye in my hair, Botox in my forehead, filler in my cheeks. I've had multiple radiofrequency treatments to tighten my skin. And there was so much cream on my face at night I could slide right off the pillow. Am I aging authentically? You bet I am. Because I have decided to go kicking and screaming. And my wish for you is that however you define authentic aging, that you walk that path in the freedom and joy of knowing that you have made the right decision and that you are beautiful. Thank you very much.